Welcome to the SI Vault. I'm Austin Murphy of Sports Illustrated with a moment that changed the game in college football. The 1984 Orange Bowl. In 1983, Miami was still a bit of an X factor, this sort of band of almost stray cats. Nebraska, coached by Tom Osborne, is royalty. That Nebraska team has been described as one of the greatest of all time. Miami football was speed, flash, belligerence, hostility. They were renegades. Nebraska football was power, brawn, might. They were college football's aristocracy. The Cornhuskers were close to unstoppable. Size versus speed. Which will prevail? Who's it going to be? The Hurricanes were 11-point underdogs, and no one expected them to really hold up. Miami jumped right on Nebraska, 17-0, and Nebraska was definitely reeling.
The idea was, of course, if we could establish ourselves as a equal, as a real opponent, and this was going to be a long, hard battle, full 60 minutes, that we would have a chance in the closing moments of the game.
Nebraska could have just hung its head. They were down 31-17 at the beginning of the fourth quarter, but they rallied back. Turner Gill leads this terrifically gutsy touchdown drive. They scored with under a minute to play, making the score 31-30, and this left Osborne with a difficult decision. He can kick the extra point and settle for the tie. If they're 12-0-1, Nebraska would have been awarded the national title. It's not brain surgery. You kick, you win a national title. It's that simple.
And I think our players always would have regretted it. They always would have felt they could have done it. It just didn't feel like you should win a championship settling for a tie.
Tom Osborne made this decision a long time ago. He's decided to go for two and take his shot at winning. I commend him for it.
This is for the national championship for Nebraska.
This victory, in addition to giving the Hurricanes the national title, it essentially marked a sea change. Miami would go on to win 3 more national championships over the next 8 years. What you began to see were smaller guys, faster guys.
I think there's been a lot more opening up of offense, making people defend the field, sideline to sideline. It was good for us on that day. It's been good for Miami for 20 years now.
In addition, they moved the center of the college football universe to the Sunshine State, and as a result, a lot of programs started going there more and more often to recruit. In fact, a decade later, Osborne won a national championship with Tommy Frazier, a quarterback from Florida. This game launched a dynasty that was a celebration of speed. It went in a completely opposite direction, and we're still going in that direction. The 1984 Orange Bowl. A moment that changed the game.